Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you tuning in today. So this is our continued road trip on our way up to Vancouver, Washington from Pleasanton, California. And as you can see here, we are driving in our 2016 Model X. And this is an older model. We've had this, we bought this brand new in 2016. This car also has free supercharging, believe it or not. So back then, Tesla used to be able to sell cars with free supercharging. In fact, that free supercharging has actually made Tesla come back to us and offer us, I think it's almost $6,000 or $7,000 off of a brand new Tesla. So they're trying to kind of get these out of the fleet so they don't have to keep paying for the free supercharging. Now, since this is an older model, this is the P90D, so it's only a 90 kilowatt battery. It only gets about 230 miles. We've also had a little bit of battery degradation over the years, but we only get about 230 miles on a full charge on the battery. So that does mean we need an extra stop or two on our way there. But I will tell you, this car has been amazing for us. All we've really had to do is replace the tires. My wife did get in a little accident with the door pulling out of the garage, so that was fixed. But as far as its kind of ability over the long term and how well it drives, and everything's still working. Everything's working like a champ in this car. So been really, really happy with it. If any of you are going to be buying a used Tesla Model X or S, just so you know, the 2016 models, we've been very, very happy with this car. So it's been great. The build quality has been really good. Again, everything has been just amazing on this car, other than the tires, obviously replacing those. So we're right here at a Rite Aid, but we're going to be pulling into getting on the freeway here in a few minutes and getting the trip started. Today we're going to be driving here from Ashland, California, or sorry, Ashland, Oregon, excuse me, all the way up to Vancouver, Washington. So kind of towards the bottom of the state of Oregon, all the way to the very top, and then just over, going through Portland, just over the Columbia River, we'll be right into Vancouver, and then we're staying at a hotel there this evening. And we'll be there for the next 2 days, and then 3 days actually, and then driving home on Monday morning. And on Monday morning, we're gonna get up. I do have a work meeting, and then we are going to drive home, straight shot all the way down to Pleasanton. So it's going to be a long drive. Anyways, let's get this road trip started, and you guys will see all the activities we have. We have all of our kids, our dog, and all of our bags in the car, fully loaded. If you watch my first video, you can see some of the packing we did, but the car is fully loaded. One of the reasons we wanted to bring the Model X was to have a little more space. This car does have quite a bit more space than the Model S, so being able to have that space, a little more flexibility. The dog actually has the ability to sit down directly in the car, so you can see right now we're waiting for my wife and daughter to get out, so the dog's just sitting here in the chair, but he does have the ability to sit down on the ground there, so a little more space there, and then plenty of bags in the back of the car. So the kids are pretty happy with chargers and everything in the car. So overall, road trip's going good. Let's get started. Just stopped here in Sutherland to supercharge on our way up to Vancouver, Washington, and gonna go ahead and plug in here. Let's see, make sure we get a green light so the charging starts. There we go. Let's take a look at where we're at with stuff. Okay. So charging starting here, 46 miles on the battery. Today it's 80 degrees out right now, 12:24. And this is going up to, I think this is probably a 150 kilowatt charger. So yeah, it jumped up there. So let's take a look at the map and where we're at with things. Okay, here we go. So we're in Sutherland right now. It says about 30 minutes to charge here. And then we're gonna drive, let's see here. That'll be around only about an hour, it looks like. And then in Harrisburg, Oregon, we're gonna charge again for about 40 minutes. And then that's gonna take us all the way to Vancouver and the hotel we're staying at up there. So not too bad at all. This is a bit of a shorter trip today. So overall, we'll get this charging going. The car's doing great. Kids are gonna stretch their legs. We're gonna get the dog out there, stretch his legs, use the restroom, and then we're gonna get started again. This is a pretty cool Supercharger. I actually never been to this Supercharger before. This is again in Sutherland. You can see the main highways up there, just past the sign up in there. But this is not a lot going on here. Luckily there is a Taco Bell, and there's also a Starbucks right there. And then I think there's one or two other, there's a Dairy Queen on the other side of Starbucks as well. So good food options here in Sutherland. Looks like a new Supercharger. So all this equipment is brand new. The Taco Bell's brand new. So it's pretty cool to see a lot of these restaurants stem up, all off of the Tesla Superchargers. It's pretty cool to help it stimulate economy and everything. It looks like there used to be a big kind of store there that's closed down now. So, but overall, yeah, pretty cool Supercharger. So we're gonna get this going. Just getting started here again. So we're now at 174 miles from the Supercharger here in Sutherland. 12:57 p.m., about 80 degrees. Right now the charging is slowed all the way down to 44 kilowatts an hour, which is very low, as you can see there. So the next stop is actually Harrisburg, Oregon, which right now is 1 hour and 3 minutes, or 73 miles away. So not too far. You can see it down here. And given our charge rate is slowed way down, I think we're going to go ahead and get started. And then we will take a look at what we got there. Let's go ahead and see what's in Harrisburg, because I think we're also going to try to grab some lunch there as well. Oh boy, not a lot of good options, you guys. You might have to find something better to stop at. I know we were going to look at Salem. Let's see. Charging, and let's see, Medford is 76 miles away, and that is 250 kilowatt. Busy Supercharger though. Newport's on the beach. We don't want to do that. Here's the one in Salem, which is 107 miles. I like that one better. 250 kilowatts. So let's see. Okay, so that is right now saying we would get there with 0 battery left, and we would get there at 2:53 p.m., which is about 2 hours. So, but I think we need to get a little more charge on here in order to make that. So the question is, do we want to go to Harrisburg, or do we want to try to make it to Salem and do that? So there's a lot of chargers in Salem. It's also 9 chargers available. I think the food options are certainly going to be better there as well. Let's take a look. I don't see any food options on here. That's interesting. Let's go back to our original destination here. See what the system just kind of reroutes it to. Let's see what we got. So this is where we're at right now. We got Eugene, Salem, Portland, and then Vancouver all the way up there. Let's see what it comes up with here. We may just need to go to Harrisburg, and then we'll have to pull over somewhere else for food or something. Taking a little while to calculate this. Oh, might be because we only have one bar on the navigation system here. We decided to just get on the road and get the trip started. Harrisburg, Oregon. So nothing really here. We just stopped here real quick to get about 10 minutes. We were gonna try to make it all the way to Salem, and overall I got a little nervous about going all the way to Salem because it was showing that we were only gonna have about 6% on the battery once we got to Salem. So I pulled over here real quick. We're just gonna get about 10 minutes of charge, and then we're gonna get back in the car, hit Salem up real quick. So sometimes when you're driving on these road trips in Teslas, you'll see that kind of situation. But Tesla, as you guys all know, has an amazing supercharging network. Superchargers everywhere. Literally probably every 50 miles, maybe even closer than that as far as density is concerned. But it's really convenient. Just pull over off the highway. The main highway is like literally right there. So pulling off I-5, getting a quick 10 minutes on the car, it's always really convenient to be able to do that. So that's what we're doing here. And then we're gonna hop back in the car, head up to Salem, and then get some food. Now, if any of you do need to stop here in Harrisburg, just so you know what is here is about this. This does have some good food options available, but there's nowhere to really sit except for these chairs over here, which isn't bad. I mean, it's a nice sitting environment, but it's not as nice of having multiple different food options in Salem, Oregon. So this is kind of what you see here as far as sandwiches, burgers, there's some wraps, there's small kids menu, there's French fries. Ooh, they have a breakfast burrito, which is pretty cool. So that's kind of what you're looking at as far as the menu options here in Harrisburg. So anyways, we're gonna let the dog use the restroom here real quick and stretch his legs, and then get back on the highway just real quick, and then head up to Salem. So we just got to Salem here, doing our charge, fully engaged. Gonna grab some lunch on this supercharging. Let's see where we're at here. All right, so 53 miles on the battery, and we have 33 kilowatts, 86 degrees outside. So we're gonna try to get a full charge here and then get back on the road. We're also gonna grab lunch, so hopefully lunch will go well. My son picked up a cold, which is not the best thing. This area is actually pretty populated as far as a supercharger is concerned. Tons of restaurants. Take a look here. So you can see here lots of good restaurants. There's a Target right there as well, so pretty good. And then here, good amount of superchargers. There's actually two major superchargers here in Salem. There's a Korean barbecue place over there, Hobby Lobby, a bunch of places over on the other side of the main road there you can check out, and just people hanging out here. So right, all done here with the charging. So we're gonna get started back on the road. We got I think about 190 miles on the battery now, so we were able to pick up an extra 150 miles or so. Now we're only about 50, 60 miles away from our destination, but unfortunately we ran into time of day where there's a lot of traffic in Portland and Vancouver. So GPS is saying that it's going to take us about 2 hours to actually get to drive 50 some miles. So anyways, we're going to get started on that here. Okay, let's see what it actually says as far as how long it's going to take there. Yeah, 1 hour and 42 minutes. It's only 54 miles, but again, we're kind of going through some rough traffic there. We're kind of approaching this right at, we're going to hit that rough traffic right around in about 30 minutes from now, and it's going to be a little bit grueling to get all the way up there, but this should get us there right about 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Little, maybe 5:45 if everything goes perfect. So we're gonna get this going. Let's do it. Okay, we just got here to the Indigo Hotel here in Vancouver, just over the Columbia River. In fact, that's actually the Columbia River right there. So the other side of that river is the state of Oregon, and this side of the river is the state of Washington, just north of Oregon. So we are here at the Indigo. We had a great drive, as you guys probably saw there. A lot of traffic. So it took us about 2 hours to drive 50 minutes. So pretty crazy. But we're here with my sister, helping us unload. There she is waving. My sister, my daughter. So that's it for today's video. You're gonna see the next video. We're gonna be driving all the way down from here, all the way down to Pleasanton. And we'll certainly show you how that goes. But overall, the car's done a wonderful job taking care of us and getting us all the key things we needed. Model X definitely has a little more room than the Model S. So something I really love. And it handled it like a champ. It's crazy to believe 2016. The best thing about this car, gotta tell you, is it's very reliable and free supercharging. You can't beat that at all. All right, we're gonna head into the hotel.